Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video is just going to be an update to my previous video. If you missed that, that's just me announcing that I'm pregnant and just kind of giving you the background story as to how I found out and things like that. So this video is just going to give you an update. I believe it's week 6, like what's been going on between week 6 and 8. 6 and about 6 and 8. When I called my doctor to schedule my first appointment, I did mention that on the receptionist on the phone, I did mention that I was spotting, and they did tell me that's completely normal. Just the fact that I'm spotting isn't really like a red flag or anything like that. So I scheduled my first appointment. I believe I was 7 going on 8 weeks. So what I had done is, I did want to take it a little bit slow, but I want to say like either the next day on my lunch break, I decided to go to the gym. I do know that as long as you've been working out before you got pregnant, that you can continue to work out as you were while you're pregnant, just because your body is already used to it. Now, this particular day, I didn't do anything crazy. I feel like I did more of a relaxed type of workout, just because I feel like once you find out you're pregnant, it's like all the symptoms just start to hit you. You get out of breath really, really easily. So I didn't want to do something too crazy. So after, I did maybe a 45-minute HIIT type of workout. I did that for 45 minutes, and I want to say either that night or the next morning is when I literally started to bleed for real. It was to the point where I was having, I guess like those clots or whatever come through, and it scared me to death that morning. I just remember being in the bathroom, preparing myself to go to work and jump in the shower and everything like that. And I just started crying. I was just so upset because immediately I'm just like, I don't want to lose my baby. Like I mentioned in my first original video announcing to you guys that I was pregnant, we had been trying for a little over 1.5 years. So it's like you finally get this good news and then this happens. So I was really, really devastated and hurt. But I knew I just had to pick myself up, and the only thing that kept me going was just the fact that I just have to trust and believe that God's got me, and what's meant to happen is gonna happen regardless. So I just went to work, did what I was supposed to do. At this point, I'm wearing pads now. Before, when I was just spotting, maybe I could wear a panty liner, but not really. It was more of just when you wiped. But at this point, no, we're wearing pads, and we're, filling up the pad pretty good. So that's what started to scare me. I gave it maybe about a day, and then it just freaked me out so much that I called my doctor and I just said, hey, look, I just called you guys the previous day to let you guys know that I'm pregnant, to schedule my first pregnancy appointment, but now it's to the point where I'm bleeding. I need to come in and see the doctor. I almost just needed to know, am I still pregnant or am I not? Like, I just need to know. I don't want to be one of those like ignorance is bliss and let me just not do or say anything and just hope for the best. Like, I needed to know right then and there. So they were actually able to get me in that day. So I went there, I peed in a cup for them, and then he gave me a vaginal ultrasound at this point, because in the beginning, which I didn't know, but in the beginning, I don't know up to what week, but in the beginning, you can't just do one of the ultrasounds where they put it on your belly. They actually have to do a vaginal one, just because at that point the baby's so small. So I went into the doctor. My husband was there as well, and when he gave us the vaginal ultrasound, we did see the sac, but you couldn't see the baby inside. And he wasn't alarmed. He was he just basically said, I just think you're too early at this point, but we do see a sac, and that is really good news. He wasn't too concerned even with the bleeding, even to the point where I said it is getting heavier. He asked me, is it light red or like a light pink or anything like that, or if it's like dark red. And I told him it was, you know, dark red, and he was saying that's also a good sign. It could have just been like older blood, and that's when he did even realize that I had a fibroid that grew back, because about 5 years ago I did have a fibroid removed. So he was just saying it could be the fibroid that's causing this as well. So what he really wanted me to do is he scheduled me for 2 blood tests to get done, just to check my HCG levels. And what I had been just reading up about a bit, and from what he told me, as you get pregnant, your HCG levels, I guess it's like a hormone that is supposed to double every 24 hours. So that's basically your body preparing itself for, you know, to carry and be pregnant. But they came back, they doubled, so that was really good as well. So as I'm waiting, because at this point my first appointment wasn't until 2 weeks from now, just because it was, I guess, considered more of an emergency appointment. And those 2 weeks were the worst, because at this point I'm still bleeding, and that's when I just was like, am I pregnant? But then I feel all the symptoms. I was extremely tired, going to sleep like literally at 7 or 8 o'clock and not waking up until the next morning until 6. My boobs were really sore, and then occasional morning sickness, but not really. So I'm in my head to process this whole thing, and just to stay positive, I'm just thinking, okay, I am experiencing all of these symptoms. We did see the sac. My HCG levels did double. So that's what I kept telling myself, because I didn't want to focus on the one negative thing when there were so many more positive things proving or showing that I was pregnant. So just having to wait, he did recommend me completely cut out working out until the bleeding had stopped. By the time I did have my first appointment, I was still bleeding at that point, and I was just hopeful that it would eventually stop, which thank the Lord it finally did stop when, I want to say, when I hit maybe 9 weeks, it then just started to slow up, and I haven't bled since. So I did start, you know, I eased my way back into going to the gym, where it's like I'm only walking at 3.0, maybe 3.5, no incline, no nothing. I just wanted to get back into the swing of things. More just scared that if I did, would the bleeding start again. So I did that for a little while, and everything was fine. I then decided to take a gym class that was a little bit more rigorous, but I did the moderate version because I literally just wanted to ease myself in. And so far everything's been fine. So I've been able to get back up to working out as I was before. And I've been really great. Symptoms, I just been really tired. I've had a few headaches, but I haven't taken anything for them. I get out of breath just from talking, let alone even walking up one flight of stairs. Boobs are still really sore. And I think morning sickness has kicked in, but not too crazy. I think I just started developing more of a motion sickness. I find that it's really bad in the morning when I'm driving to work, and then occasionally throughout the day, but nothing crazy. More of just like I need to almost eat something, and then I usually am fine, or it goes away. So that hasn't been too bad or anything like that, but just the main thing was just getting the bleeding to stop, just because now I have more of a sound mind, and I can actually really enjoy this pregnancy and not be fearful that this blessing is going to be taken away from us. So yes, I'm so happy that this story does have a good ending, but I do also want to share this with you guys because, you know, somebody out there who's watching this, or somebody who's watching this may know somebody else who's going through the same thing. Just know that it's not the end all be all type of thing, but definitely make sure you reach out to your doctor, try and get in there as soon as possible, just so that they can check you. It doesn't automatically mean you're going to have a miscarriage, is basically what I wanted to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely give this video a thumbs up for more pregnancy vlogs or updates and things like that as I go through this journey. And I cannot wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye.